Hi, I'd like to talk about an issue that doesn't seem that relevant to educators, but in fact could be the issue that will impact all of our lives as educators, and that is the end of net neutrality. In the past, there were no fast lanes or slow lanes on the internet highway. In fact, everything came in at the same speed. But a recent ruling by the FCC had said that companies like Netflix, Google, Amazon, companies with money, could pay and should pay to have faster internet access. In effect, what that means is that some websites will come in very slowly and others will come in very quickly. Here's a graphic that just shows that the more powerful companies, the bigger companies, will all come in at an extremely fast rate, while the smaller companies will be funneled in very slowly. What does that mean? Well, what I'd like to do is have Senator Al Franken talk to you a little bit about this.
Who paid for the development of the internet by DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Since then, the internet has changed everything about the way we communicate with each other. And the astounding innovation that accompanied and accelerated this revolution was possible only because of the basic architecture of the internet, net neutrality. Net neutrality is the principle that all data on the internet should be treated equally. Under net neutrality, internet service providers have to let all content flow at the same speed. Let me give you an example of how net neutrality has enabled innovation. Before YouTube, there was Google TV. Google TV wasn't that great, so some guys started YouTube over a pizzeria in San Mateo, California. YouTube was better than Google TV, and because both traveled at the same speed to the viewer, people were able to make a choice between the two. YouTube won out, and Google ended up buying YouTube for a lot of money, and everyone has benefited. Now, net neutrality is under threat as it never has been. The chairman of the FCC has proposed new rules to permit a fast lane for content providers that are willing and able to pay for it. This means that big corporations will be able to get their content delivered faster. Mom and pop stores would lose even more ground to corporate giants. Big media companies will be able to get their version of the news to consumers faster and would end up paying for it with higher rates for internet service and new obstacles to accessing the content that we want. This is the free speech issue of our time. We cannot allow the FCC to implement a pay-to-play system that silences our voices and amplifies that of big corporate interests. We have come to a crossroads. Now is the time to rise up and make our voices heard to preserve net neutrality.
So that's what Al Franken has to say about net neutrality. What I would like you to think about is, in the future, if there is this lack of net neutrality, how then will that impact you as educators, and how will it impact your students' life? What will be the impact of fast and slow lanes for educators and students? How will it impact the way they read the news? How will it impact the way they research? How will it impact the way students do homework? How will it impact your life as an educator? It doesn't seem like an issue right now, but as the years go on, it will become greater and greater. So I'd like you to think about the impact of the loss of net neutrality, the fact that there will be fast and slow lanes. How will it impact your life? How will it impact the life of your students? Thanks a lot.